What is up, everybody? If you're just tuning in now, this is video number 2 of my week-long camping trip. So if you haven't checked out the first video, I'll link to my YouTube page in the description and you should go check that out. But not much to say really in this intro besides it's a lot of driving and camping, so check it out.
Wakey, wakey.
Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sunrise, when the sun.
Alright, so we made it to a new spot. We are in Hiawatha National Forest in the northern peninsula of Michigan. It is the west portion of the forest. There's actually two sections. They're split up in two sections. There's a west and an east side of it up here on the northern peninsula of Michigan. And I think I found a pretty good spot. This is a total 360 from where I was in Ohio, where I wasn't really as secluded as I was in Allegheny, and I'm really secluded now. These woods are thick, and I came out on a state forest road. You know, it's like a dirt road. They call them two tracks out here. That's what I heard. And I found a nice open spot. I'm off the road. You can kind of see some of it over there. It looks like somebody's been here before. There's some wood that was burned, so I think I'm in a pretty good spot. It's getting kind of late. It's like 8:30, 8:40, something like that. I got here a little later than I wanted. I went up to Pictured Rock National Lakeshore, which I didn't know until I got there that all of the campgrounds you need a permit. And not only that, but it's like campgrounds. It's not dispersed camping. You have to pay for the sites, and they're really limited. I didn't even look. I'm sure they're probably packed. It's the middle of the summer. So, but I'm here. There's a lake right off of my campsite, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I think I'm in a pretty level spot to begin with. Out of the way for any traffic that might have to come through if they gotta turn around or do anything. So we're gonna set up camp and cook some dinner and get rolling. All right, let's do it. All right, we're all set up. It didn't take too long. I think I'm getting pretty efficient at putting this tent up and taking it down. I'm actually gonna do some hiking tomorrow back in Picture Rock. So I'm gonna take everything down tomorrow morning after I eat breakfast. Here, let me show you the setup. So, bought a cheap little tripod from Walmart because that makes my life a lot easier and I can film more stuff. And I also have been taking pictures. Got just a foldable chair, folds up completely flat, same with a table and grate, and those are just perfect for me. Little side table to do some prepping, cook over the fire. Got to clean the fire pit up a little bit. Somebody threw some cans and stuff around the site that I'll pick up in a minute. My cooler off the back, it's an awesome step, and it's the Ozark Trail, keeps ice pretty good. just like the Yeti does. Inside, I built a drawer system, and I keep all my camping gear, cooking gear, dry food storage, tent, all that stuff, just made out of 2x8s and some plywood. And then I have my mattress pad, and I'm using just an old Coleman sleeping bag. And I like this tent because I can access the bed underneath. There's not a liner that goes into the bed, which a lot of those tents do. And I just keep my toiletries up there when I need them. I forgot a pillow, so I bought a cheap one. I don't even have a pillowcase for it, but it's whatever. And then, yeah, I can still access everything in the bed. This is a big screen, which is really nice. And it just fits right over my bed. I did a gear review in my very first video where I went over the whole setup of the truck, and like what I kind of did just to make it a little more camping savvy. But other than that, this truck is totally stock. That's my Rainfly. I have it inside out, just over the cab. It kind of fits nicely. I can secure it down with a wiper blade, and that way what I can do is I'll keep it buckled here, and if it just so happens to start raining on me, I can just quick hop out, flip it over, and I'm totally closed in there. I think I'm gonna make this part 2 of the videos that I've been filming. I did a drive out to Chicago to see my girlfriend Molly, and I stopped halfway through in a forest in Ohio. I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. And then stayed there for a week, and now I'm gonna take 5 days to camp back. Tonight I'm just gonna make dinner. I'm doing another easy meal like I did in my last video. It's just one of those camping freeze-dried meals. This one's chili mac with beef, so hopefully that's pretty good. Not only was it a 360 from on the way out when I stopped in Ohio, but it's like 20 degrees, maybe even 30 degrees cooler right now, and it's supposed to get down to 50. I think it only got down to like 80 when I was camping in Ohio because there was a huge heat wave and it kind of broke. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit, start a fire, and make some dinner. Gonna use some old physics notes since I'm done with that class now to help start my fire. The fire's going fine, I just want to burn this stuff. Now this is more like it. Cool weather, warm fire, warm food, cold beer, some solitude. You can't beat it. Good morning. Oof, I was sleepy. It is about 9:30. I was gonna wake up a little earlier and cook some breakfast and pack up everything and get to Pictured Rock National Lakeshore early. But then it started to drizzle, and I didn't have my Rainfly on or anything, so I was like, oh, it's all right, I just let it go. It wasn't really anything significant. And then it really started to rain, so I threw my fly on, and I was like, oh, well, I guess there's no reason to get up now. So I slept in for a little bit, but it's stopped now, and I think I'm gonna get up. It's starting to get warmer. It was nice and cool last night, which was awesome. But I think I'm gonna get up now, and I'm gonna see. It's pretty overcast. I'm gonna see if my tent dries up at all while I'm making breakfast. Making some coffee. Gonna start breakfast. Probably gonna make the coffee first and then do breakfast because it's just so much easier, especially when you have one person, to not have too many things going on at once. I like to be very efficient, but sometimes, especially with campings, and I only carry around a little tiny cast iron. If I had a bigger cast iron, maybe I'd make a bunch of things at once, but I'm gonna have some eggs and sausage for breakfast. But I think first things first is a cup of coffee. Oof, smoky. So I'm gonna get that percolating. Looks like the fire's going pretty good right now. It's on the perfect spot to get that hot. I'm actually getting hot. I don't know what's been up with my percolator. I've been having the worst luck at making coffee with it recently. I don't know if I'm just trying to conserve wood and I'm not getting it hot enough, or I'm adding too much, too little water. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna start cooking breakfast. I'm getting hungry. It's turning out to be a beautiful day. But I think I'm just gonna give it a try. I'm just gonna leave it on there, see if I can get it going. But I'm gonna start breakfast right now, I think. Just because I'm starving. I think I'm gonna start with some sausages. You can honestly probably just do them right on the grill. I think I'm gonna do them in my cast iron. Yeah, I think I might just cut those sausages up and throw an egg in there and just do it all together. It must be, I must not have the fire hot enough because, like, the sausage is taking a little longer to cook, so that's probably why the percolator isn't percolating. But man, it is so hot next to the fire. It's hard to have a balance. You know, winter camping, you could be right up on the fire, it didn't matter. Not the prettiest meal in the world, but sausage and eggs. Tastes pretty good. Now if I could only get my coffee to brew. I hit the spot. Well, it is turning out to be a gorgeous day. My guess is it's 78 and partly cloudy. So I'm gonna get away from this hot fire that apparently isn't hot enough to make my coffee, but it's like impossible to sit by because it's so hot outside. I mean, you know, 78 and sun, partly cloudy is perfect weather, but when you're trying to stand over a fire, it's hot. But I think what I'm gonna do now, so since it's such a nice day, is pack up. I have a mess of a truck because whenever I'm cooking breakfast, or any meal, it always just seems to pile up. I just grab things and then afterwards I get organized again. But since where the hikes I want to go on today are about a half hour away, a half hour drive, so I need to pack everything up and clean up the campground and head over that way. So hopefully, I like the spot a lot. I'll probably come back here tonight. Hopefully nobody's here. I don't want to be right next to someone, and I don't want to, if you're coming out here to do some dispersed camping, you want to be alone. So, but on my way out here, there was countless trails that I could go down and probably find a spot very similar to this one. So, so we're gonna let the fire go out, clean up, do some dishes, pack up, and get on the road.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sleep on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. 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 When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They say no to sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed video 2 of my week-long camping trip. I've got a bit of a busy week coming up, so it might be a little longer in between videos this time, but I'm going to try and get that out as soon as possible, so stay tuned.